Satnam Satnam Ji Waheguru 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 Ji Satnam 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 Ji Waheguru 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 Satnam 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 Ji Waheguru 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 Ji 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 All that I offer at the altar of love. All that I offer at the altar of love is sweet surrender. It's sweet surrender. Sing along if you know now. All that I have, I offer at the altar of love. All that I have, I offer at the altar of love is sweet surrender. It's sweet surrender. Oh, it's sweet surrender. Oh, it's sweet all I ask is to serve you. This is my humble prayer. All I ask is to serve you. This is my humble prayer. Now and forever. Now and forever. in sweet surrender. All that I offer at the altar of love. All that I offer at the altar of love in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.
Thank you. You're going to get more of that in a minute, so just hang on to your seats. Right.
Beautiful, right?
But now we're going to do a singing opening prayer with Santisha, Renya, and Norma.
They say to sing is to pray twice, and so we encourage you to join with us in just calling in spirit into this room. We know spirit's always in this room, but it's really us connecting with that spirit that's always within everything that we do. You are the air I breathe. You are the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. And I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful for you. Now you know it. Sing with us. You are the air I breathe. You are the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. And I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you. Consider spirit called. I can feel it in the room, that's for sure.
All right, good morning, everyone. How are we today? Have you ever wondered why we all sit so far apart? Currently, you are not thinking that, but you look at this giant gap right there. You're welcome to fill in those spots if you like. I'm not going to force you to do it, but I will shame you with my eyes. I don't know if you picked up on that at all. All right, I'm curious, is there anyone here that might be visiting from another Unity church by any chance? We often have someone visiting from another Unity church. If we could bring up the house lights a little bit so these people could really be seen. No one from another Unity church. Last week we had a couple from Unity of Miami, and we often get visitors from other churches, so it's nice to recognize that and share the love, and we always tell them to go back and say hi to that congregation. And so we do have an international web of Unity churches, so it's nice to recognize that and be a part of that. How about, is anybody here for the first time that might be comfortable to stand up and to introduce themselves? Yeah, I've been there. You just sit there and sweat, and you're like, there's no way I'm standing up. So that's all right. I would do the same thing. You point at the person next to him. No pointing, no pointing. Okay, all right. Did you mean to stand up, or are you just trying to run to the exit? Okay, all right, okay. Well, good. Well, good morning, everyone. We welcome you. We're glad to have you here. And it's a... Hi, Heather. So we got Heather here. Awesome. We're going to get things going today. I'm going to be your MC. I'm going to be providing all the horrible jokes that you are not going to laugh at or listen to. That's okay. My feelings are already hurt, so you've already accomplished that. Now, we're actually getting moving here. We're going to have our opening announcements provided by Mike, who's going to really step things up for us.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to take the energy in this room up a few levels right now with these announcements. Satisha here's got a class coming starting October 23rd. It's a prosperity class. Would you like to tell us about it?
Tuesdays from 6 to 8. It's a prosperity class. It's an SCE, Spiritual Enrichment and Enlightenment class. So it's a licensing class if you were ever interested in starting the licensed teacher path of going towards being a licensed teacher in Unity. It would like to start working in ministry. This is one of the classes that goes towards that. There's many classes. Shad just completed 2 classes, and now I'm coming in and doing the prosperity class. So I've been teaching prosperity classes here for 16 years. And this one is just as incredible and just as fun. It's just a lot of material, a lot of reading and preparing for the class itself. And we'll have a lot of fun. It's a lot of interaction. We'll be sitting in a circle. It won't be like preaching at you. I'll talk at you for like 15 minutes, but then we'll apply the work and demonstrate it in our lives. And we're going to leave that class after 5 weeks just pumped and feeling really, motivated by our consciousness and what we can bring and attract into our lives. So if you are feeling like this is something you need in your life, join us. It's $75 before next Sunday, and it's $95 after next Sunday. Okay, cool.
And for those of you that have taken one of Satisha's prosperity classes before or multiple times, this is a completely new one that she's never done, covering completely new material. So even if you've taken 1 or 2 before, come check this one out. They're always a good time. Following the service, if you're hungry and would like to support our YOU, that's our high school age kids downstairs, they're having a bake sale right over here in Fellowship Hall, and that's to help them raise money for when they go on rallies to go meet kids from other unities. So go in there, check that out. Here's Steve Hayes. He's got an announcement about something that's starting tomorrow.
Good morning. I'm super excited to announce that we are starting a new Course in Miracles group week from this tomorrow, Monday, October 15th. If you want to supercharge your spiritual practice, this is it. If you want support in your spiritual practice, this is it. It's a year-long course that meets every Monday night from 6:30 to 8:30. So imagine every Monday night getting to experience community, laughter, authenticity, healing, growth. I so appreciate this. Will be a 3rd time through for me. I think it's just a very powerful experience. And you see the quotes in Jack and Satisha's talks from the Course in Miracles. This is your chance to dive in and experience it firsthand. Spirit shows up in our lives when we show up. So I invite you to show up with this group. I'll be in the fellowship hall after the service if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. And that class, of Course in Miracles, that only starts once a year. So, and once we get 1 or 2 meetings in, we don't let people in anymore. It kind of closes off because you got to be there right from the beginning. So if you've been wanting to take that, please sign up over here in the bookstore. It's only $15 to sign up. October 28th from 5 to 7, we're having our Halloween kids party that's put on by our YOU and our Uniteens. We have games, food, snacks, candy, haunted houses downstairs, all built by our older children. And this is a totally free, fun, safe event. So dress your kids on up Sunday, October 28th, and come on out. We have a piano concert by Grammy Award-winning artist and friend of Unity of Boulder, Peter Cater, coming up Friday, the 26th of this month. Tickets range from $15 to $25. They go up on the day of the concert, so get your tickets over here in the bookstore or online. And finally, last but not least, our Grief Circle, which has been on hiatus for a long time, is finally restarting back up tonight at 6:30 to 8, and that is for any grief or loss that you're feeling right now and need someone to talk to. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Okay. We're going to wake things up and have you guys all stand up, and we're going to sing together. More singing.
We're going to repeat the verse as we call and respond.
May our homes be filled with dancing.
May our homes be filled bow to justice.
As the people join as one.
As the people join as one.
From the mountains to the valley, spread the message. God is love. All creation, all the nations sing together. Fill the air.
Let's do that again.
From the mountain to the valley, spread the message. God is love.
Spread that message. Spread that
All
message.
creation,
All creation.
all the
The
nations sing
nations.
together. Fill the air.
I messed that up.
May our light
May our light shine in the darkness
May our light shine in the darkness.
as we set aside all fear.
May we set aside
Nice, you
all
sound good.
fear.
May God's glory fill the whole earth.
May God's glory fill the whole earth.
Through all the love we share.
Through all the love we share. From the mountain to the valley, spread the message. God is love. All creation, all the nations, let's sing together. Fill the air again. From the mountains to the valley, spread the message. God is love. God is love. God is love. Creation, all the nations sing together. Fill the air. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Really get into it. Hallelujah. 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 Really sing out. Hallelujah. We really need this prayer at this time. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Again, louder. Hallelujah. Let overflow hear you. Hallelujah. 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 From the mountain to the valley, spread the message. Spread the message. Oh, God is love.
God is love. All creation, all the nations sing together. Fill the air from the mountain to the valley. Spread the message. God is love. All creation,
All the
all
nations.
the nations
Sing together.
sing together. Fill the air.
beautiful singing.
You were awesome. While you're standing, let's say thank you, God, for this beautiful world. Oh, God. And turn and meet one another. Say thank you, God, for you. I use the mic. I don't have it on my head. Band, you're awesome. Fantastic. Take your time. I love it when you take your time. Make new friends. Get people's names. Meet them in Fellowship Hall afterwards. Now pat yourself on the back and say, thank you, God, for me.
Thank you. All right, well, we've got a real nice treat for you today. If you got here early enough, you've probably already heard them, but they were sharing their incredible duet chanting music. They're from Oregon, and they've never shared their music with us before, but they definitely have to come back. We have to have you do a concert for sure. It's just all from the heart. Their music opens the heart and helps create healing. They have made 12 albums since they came together in 2010, and you're going to want to pick one of them up and just support this beautiful music. Let's have a warm Unity of Boulder welcome for Jaya, Lakshmi, and Ananda.
Hi, everyone. This is a song for the awakening, the divine awakening of all beings. Inhibitions and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. Now is the time when I let go of my inhibitions and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. This is the day when I throw it all away into the fire. Here is the place where I fall into grace and release into the sweetness of your love. I surrender, I remember the light and the beauty that I am. Here is the place where I fall into grace and release into the sweetness of your love. I surrender, I remember the just what I need to be free, to feel who I really am, who I really This is the day when I throw it all away into the fire of the all-loving one. Now I have just what I need to be free, to feel who I really am.
Thank you very much for sharing that beautiful music. It's a beautiful way to open the heart and get in touch with what is really valuable. And someday you'll see somebody move my pulpit out here for me. And you will know we have arrived. Good morning, everyone. Norma and I spent 3 days in New York City a week ago, along with Cintisha, to attend the graduation ceremony of my granddaughter. She graduated from the Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts in New York City. So we were very happy to be there. And what they do is the students that are attending the Academy, they have a complete show, a musical comedy, in which all the students have an opportunity to showcase their particular talents. And there's close to 40 students in the class. And I can't even imagine the director, who happened to be out of town, but the director had to be some kind of phenomena to be able to put all that together, to give the focus to so many different students and have a complete musical comedy that had a line and a dramatic thought and beautiful music. It was great. It was just amazing, really, to see these performers who were so inspired and so talented, do their thing. In the lobby of the theater where they performed, they have these boards with the theatrical headshots of the different students. So I took a picture of the one board that had my granddaughter on it. I'll share that with you. No, she's in the bottom right-hand corner. And for the people in the back, that's her. For the people in the lobby, that's her. For the people in Longmont, so that's my granddaughter. It was a great show, and when it was over, the enthusiasm poured over into the meet and greet afterwards. After the theater event, we were all out there in this grand lobby, having an experience, just feeling the energy in this crowd. Okay, no.
I got it.
Okay. There you go. Tried to catch a little bit of the energy of the crowd there. It's always great to get back to New York City. for one thing, the incredible diversity, every culture, every nationality, all mixing together beautifully, and really, especially in the theater crowd, you see such an incredible harmony taking place with all the people. So I enjoy that part of it very much. And beside talking to Arinya after the show, I did go up to a number of performers and I spoke to them, congratulating them on their particular performance, and had just a quick conversation. But almost every one of them spoke about his or her dream. They used the word dream or goal, which for them it was to perform on Broadway or to perform in film. So I had all of this coming back at me, and the energy was so great. I thought to myself, at my next Sunday talk, I'm going to talk about the power of the inspired mind. And so that's what I planned on doing from the very beginning last week. But as it turned out, something very interesting occurred. The following morning, after the performance, Norma and I and Santisha were sitting in a coffee shop. We were nowhere near the theater or even the theater area. We were way, way uptown in a coffee shop that we just chose because it was closer to our hotel. And a man, probably late 30s or 40, came up to me. We're just sitting in this coffee shop, came up to me and said, "Are you Jack Groverland?" And I said, "Are you a cop?" He said, "No." He said, "I did lights for your show 21 years ago when you did Eating Crow." As it turns out, 21 years ago, and I'm going to have to make this a short story. 21 years ago, I, through Dell, who was living in New York at the time, set up to do a short run, I think it was 4 or 5 day run, of the show that I wrote, Eating Crow. And Dell had a couple of his friends there that worked the lights. So these were two aspiring actors that worked the lights for the show we did in New York City. And one of them was this guy who introduced himself as Jerry. And so he said, "What are you doing in New York?" And I said, "Well, we're here for the graduation of my granddaughter from the Academy of Performing Arts." And so I said to him, "Well, Jerry, what are you into?" And he got a strange look on his face. It was really odd. And he said, in a kind of meek way and withdrawn way, he said, "I'm in housekeeping." And he went back and got a big tray of coffees that he had come to pick up. So he was not, he was giving the impression he was not in the business or in show business. And it was just a curious meeting. I mean, 21 years ago, he was an aspiring actor who did the lights for our show. And, I talked to him very briefly, how he even remembered me, but it was odd because in that show, Eating Crow in New York City 21 years ago, the other guy who was working lights, we had a spotlight guy and we had a regular lighting guy. The other guy was Kieran Culkin. Now, you probably don't recognize his name, but he's one of the Culkin brothers. The brother you probably remember was this other guy, Culkin, who did Home Alone in the movies, and he did a number of other movies. Well, he has a couple of brothers, and one of them is Kieran Culkin, who was doing the lights for our show. And I've seen him in movies over the years, and he is presently the star of a television series called Succession. So you had the two things. It was interesting because I was so moved by the idea of all these young, talented people who had their dream. They wanted to be on Broadway or in film. And so I wanted to write about that. And then I met this guy. So somewhere along the way, his dream went away. He let it go. And let me just say up front, I'm not trying to juxtapose which one of these two are happier in life. That's not my point today. My point is that if you have a heartfelt dream, you can pursue it and bring it about into manifestation. But it's going to take something very special, which most people don't consider in their process of living. A very special thing, which is almost a secret, even among theatrical people. It's almost a secret. And I've heard on occasion that people that are in unity don't embrace this particular truth, which is so important when you're following your dream. But I'm going to share it with you today as we go about this talk. A dream is like having a special magic car. And that car will take you any place on the land. It will even take you any place over the oceans and across the sea. It will take you any place through the air. But you have to plug it in every day. You have to have such a feeling for bringing this dream from your heart into manifestation that it will ultimately, not only ultimately, it will have to come into manifestation if it is such. You know, we're all talking about a state of mind. And you know, when you say the mind needs directive, it needs a clear directive. If you don't have a clear directive, the thoughts necessary to bring about what it is you may want or what it is you are pursuing or a goal or a vision, it won't happen. You have to have a clear directive. We, in Unity, call it an intention. You have to set an intention for your mind, and then thoughts will come that will build that intention into manifestation. It'll bring about all that you need to have in your experience in order to fulfill that dream or that goal or that vision. But without that focused intention, it's not going to happen. And here's the thing. There's more to it than that, just a focused intention. Because people every day, you know, they're out in the world and they have a focused intention. And it's coming strictly from their mind. They want to get this accomplished. They want to do this particular profession. They want to make this much money. But you see, it's all coming from their mind. And in fact, as I've said, I've heard Unity people discourse about setting an intention. And they don't mention the necessity of this which has been forgotten from the spiritual journey that brings that intention into manifestation, full-flown. In other words, lots of people have an intention. Lots of people can get rich, they have a profession, etc. But setting that intention, the discipline for bringing it about is going to be harder. And in the end, they will not have the joy, the love, and the fulfillment that comes with this special ingredient in their scenario for achieving their goal. And they will not have a revelation. This revelation belongs to those who know the secret ingredient to making manifest their dream. And I'm going to share that revelation with you in a little while. So it is a necessary thing to have an intention, to fulfill one's dreams, one's vision. But let me share this with you. This is the wisdom of life as clearly as it has ever been shared. And if you don't get anything else out of this, get the special ingredient in this particular. This is by writer James Allen, Ideals. He was a New Age writer. As you think, you travel. As you love, you attract. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. You cannot escape the results of your thoughts, but you can endure and learn, can accept and be glad. You will realize the vision, not idle wish, of your heart, be it base or beautiful, or a mixture of both, for you always gravitate toward that which you secretly must love. Into your hands will be placed the exact results of your thoughts. You will receive that which you earn, no more, no less. Whatever your present environment may be, you will fall, remain, or rise with your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration. I'm going to take this back again because it's all right here. As you think, you travel, and as you love, you attract. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. You cannot escape the results of your thoughts, but you can endure and learn, can accept and be glad. You will realize the vision, not idle wish, of your heart, be it base or beautiful, or a mixture of both, for you always gravitate toward that which you secretly must love. Into your hands will be placed the exact results of your thoughts. You will receive that which you earn, no more, no less. Whatever your present environment may be, you will fall, remain, or rise with your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration. And that is very good thought for people that are aspiring to bring about their life, their lifestyle, that which they would like to have in their life, in their experience. But the secret that is found in this is this. Love is the attracting power. He said that in the opening line. Love is the attracting power. And believe me, as I said, even in unity circles, you don't get this with the idea of setting your intention. Yes, you can set your intention and you can make it you can bring it about, but you will not do it and find the joy and the happiness, and ultimately you will not have the revelation that is required for you to have fulfilled your dream joyfully. There's a revelation that comes with following the dream or the goal of your heart. That revelation is ordained to come to those who quest through the attracting power of love. Temptations will rise before you. Your friends may be having a party and call you. Your girlfriend wants to test her new sleeping bag with you. While you are tempted to skip your homework or skip your class or skip your dance class or skip your hockey practice or skip your diet or skip your piano lessons or skip your meditation or skip your job, all of that, you see, you must be able to transcend. And you can only transcend that if you are so in love with that which you are seeking to become that you can say no thank you to it. You will not be able to transcend. You will not be able to continue to hang on to your dream, your aspiration, your vision, unless you absolutely love your dream and your vision so totally that you will rather give your time to it. There's nothing wrong with going to a party or sharing somebody's sleeping bag, but there is something to be understood. Understand that There's so many distractions that come our way, just living our lives. There's so many distractions. So the mind is distracted often. And so if you don't have some kind of set intention and you have the love for that intention, it's not going to happen. It's not going to come about in the way it needs to come about. So I'm going to share that intention with you, but you should know as we go into this that the telling question about whether or not you will bring forth that which you seek to make manifest in your life, the telling question is this: do you care enough about what you are seeking to become to say no thank you to temptation? And when temptation arises, a good discipline is this: go back in your mind to how you felt when you fulfilled all of your internal assignments for your goal. Go back in your mind when you fulfilled all the internal assignments for your goal. You felt good when you did that. But you won't feel so good if you surrender that for some passing fancy, some party, take away the time that you need, waste away your consciousness. You won't feel that goodness. I'm saying that if you have a dream, a goal, an aspiration, or a vision, you can learn how to feel good all the time. But you have to allow it to bring its revelation forth into your experience. And I'm going to share that revelation with you right now. But as I share this revelation, which awaits every devoted individual in his or her quest, this revelation awaits you. And the revelation doesn't come just to people on the quest for some star-studded profession, but to everyone seeking to be an emissary of divine love. Any devoted nurse, taxi driver, financial advisor, writer, hospice worker, public speaker, cook, zookeeper, poet, computer nerd, street sweeper, housewife, single mom or dad, scholar, you name it. Any one of those. If you have a heartfelt ideal to fulfill that, and I'm talking about the guy even doing housekeeping, he may find such fulfillment in serving in that capacity that he receives that, revelation, which I'm going to share with you in a second. And once you receive it, you see, it's such a beautiful and wonderful thing that it makes your life what it is. The only exception to this are attorneys. This is how I thin out the congregation. Of course not. Of course not. Attorneys are all welcome to the revelation as well. So I'm going to share it with you. Here it is. I'm going to let Eckhart Tolle share it with you. This is the revelation that comes to everyone on a heartfelt quest. This is from his book, Stillness Speaks. Artistic creation, sports, dance, teaching, counseling, mastery in any field of endeavor implies that the thinking mind is either no longer involved at all, or at least is taking second place. A power and intelligence greater than you, and yet one with you, in essence, takes over. There is no decision-making process anymore. Spontaneous right action happens, and you are not doing it. Mastery of life is the opposite of control. You become aligned with the greater consciousness. It acts, speaks, does its works. Artistic creation, sports, dance, teaching, counseling, mastery in any field of endeavor implies that the thinking mind is either no longer involved at all, or at least is taking second place. A power and intelligence greater than you, and yet one with you, in essence, takes over. There is no decision-making process anymore. Spontaneous right action happens, and you are not doing it. Mastery of life is the opposite of control. You become aligned with the greater consciousness. It acts, speaks, does the works. That's the whole of it. And I know many of you have had the revelation, and some of you may still be looking forward to it. Just remember that an intention may be fulfilled through hard work and difficult, teeth-grinding hardship. You may find your way to manifest that intention. And it may ultimately fail to bring you fulfillment. But a love-backed intention, when you have fallen in love with the thing you want to have in your life, that you don't surrender it for the passing fancies of the world, you will have a revelation and you will become the artist of your life. We're going to share a meditation with you now. God is love. Love is life. What I love comes into my life. What I love comes into my life. God is love. Love is life. I am God's life, manifesting my vision of life. I am God's life, manifesting my beliefs. God is love. From the depths of my soul, where God is one, I visualize my prayer, my purpose, my dream. From the depths of my soul, I visualize my oneness with God.
Pure love.
God is love, harmonizing, healing, ever-guiding love. What I love is here, now, in and all around me. What I love is here, now, available, in and all around me. As we go forth from this meditation to those places we occupy in time and space, let us go forth with a clear vision that God is love, love is life, I am God's life, I am. I am. To this, we say, Amen.
We're going to take an offering for unity now. I invite you to remember that in unity, when we make an offering, it's not a giving away of something, but it's an investment in what we want to see in our lives and in the world. If we want more spirituality in our lives, more spirituality in the world, that's what we're investing in today. So we invest appropriately. I'll also remind you, we do have the thermometer going for the fundraising for the upgrades in the fellowship hall area that need to be done. And we have a special treat because we have the YOUers, our high school aged youth, taking the offering today. Anytime you see a teenager volunteering, you should applaud that. That's right now. So we're going to bless this offering with our offering statement. It'll be all right. If we could have that offering blessing up here on the screen. If you'll say it with me, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive because I give. Amen. And we have the opportunity to listen to Arenya, Santisha, and Norma share their music with us again.
Yeah, can someone help me with the music? Thank you.
This is my daughter, Arenya. She graduated from college this last weekend from New York. So really, Norma and I are her backup singers right now.
No.
All right.
This is a song from The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the world I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be a part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Let's make that gray work by meditating.
Well, that concludes our service. I want to remind you, don't forget to pick up one of these incredible CDs from these beautiful people that share their music with us today. They're going to be out there in the lobby. And if you want to talk to any of the ministers or the staff, including myself and Jack and Santisha and Norma and Arenya, we'll all be in the fellowship area after service to talk with you and speak with you and share time with you. And I think, oh, we have the bookstore off to this side. If you want to buy some early Christmas presents, who started shopping yet? Let me see some hands. Oh, there's only 3 people that have a chance of making it in time for Christmas. The rest of you are done for. Anyway, this is your last chance to get in there and get started on that. So that is that. So let's all rise. We're going to sing our final song. You come towards the center aisle and hold hands with us.
speaking? You speaking next week? Hey, next week you have the opportunity to listen to the genius that does all the special effects for us, my co-minister, Shad Groverland.